Hey guys, I'm Pat Kelly. Okay, in this problem they ask us to evaluate the function. They've given us this f of x equals maybe a new character for you, but that's called the greatest integer function. And for a, b, c, d, they just want us to evaluate that greatest integer function at each of these inputs. Okay, now, the greatest integer function, if it's new to you, it always just takes whatever value you plug in and goes down to the next integer. So the greatest integer that's below that input value. Okay, so for the first one, for instance, 2.1, if that's what I'm putting in, what the function's going to do is just drop it down to the next integer, the next highest integer it can find. So in this case, if I'm at 2.1, I would just go down to 2. So that's my final answer for that output. Okay, if it helps, think about money. It always helps to think about money. So it's like if you have, let's say, $2.90, and maybe you don't care about the change, maybe you put that in your piggy bank. How many bills do you have, right? So $2.90, change goes in the piggy bank, and I have 2 bills on me, okay? That was the same thing like with $2.10. Now it gets a little bit tricky if we go to the next one. Be careful with these negatives. We usually don't like to think about negatives, especially with money, right? But think about it this way. Maybe this is someone owing you $3.10. And if somebody owes you, you're not going to ignore the 10 cents, right? Maybe you tell them, hey, let's just say that you owe me $4, right? Okay, mathematically, you're down at a negative 3.1. That greatest integer function always shoots you down to the next integer. So you got to go down to negative 4. Be careful. All right, finally for this one, they threw a fraction at us, but all I'm going to do is realize in my head that 7 halves is 3.5, right? 3 and a half. So I'm going to take that half, put it in my piggy bank, and my answer for the greatest integer function there is 3. Okay? All right, hope that helps, and keep saving your money.